Welcome back. A great fun guy, a beaut actor, and a man with an extraordinary talent is Michael Winslow. Please welcome in our Hollywood studios, Michael Winslow. Howdy, Michael.
G'day, mate.
Good to talk to you again.
Right, good to see you too.
Michael, we know you so well from Police Academy, but what were you doing before that hit series of movies?
Well, I was doing a strange sort of other sort of movies. I was making Cheech and Chong movies. I was making independent films and television pilots.
Right.
Strangely enough, I made 2 Cheech and Chong films.
I didn't realise that. What's happening movie-wise over there at the moment for you?
At this very moment, I started my own record label, and I'm preparing to put out my own album, and it'll be done and out by this fall, as a matter of fact.
And what sort of stuff, Michael?
It's called Vocal Vision, of course, which is my trademark of what I do, which is you take your voice to create a vision. But I have something a little different this time around. I decided to make it more communication-based and more musical-based. So you'll hear songs about a bunch of kids that take over a television station and decide to rap the news. That's called news rap. That's one of the songs on the record where you go, "Yo, man, we're gonna rap the news." Yo, news rap.
So, isn't that wonderful? Ah, dear. Michael, that given talent of yours, well, is it a given talent or did you have to work on it? When did you realise you could do these extraordinary things?
Oh, Vocal Vision. I've always done that. As far back as I can remember, I don't remember not doing the sound. But the main thing is that Vocal Vision has now become a business for me. I mean, now it's gotten its way from cartoon character voiceovers all the way to movie soundtracks and records now, musical instruments and sampling.
You must have had a lot of fun in high school.
Business. I didn't have a lot of fun in high school because I had people that were doing something in the neighborhood of, yo, hey man, I don't want to hear that stuff no more. You make that noise no more, I'm gonna bust your butt, man. Okay, Eddie, please. So I had that problem. I had the problem grabbing my throat a lot. And then I'm laughing at them now because, 10, 15 years later, now I'm the one making movies and whatnot, and they're laughing.
Do you ever see
all the way to the bank.
Do you ever see any of the old gang now?
Yeah, usually whenever I go back, and visit the small town, I see some of the people going, "Hey, man, heard you make a lot of money, man." "Yeah, you made a lot of money, man. Give us some." "Please." I'm going, what can I do about it? But at the same time, I have to say that Vocal Vision has been a great vehicle for me to be able to reach people. I can't believe the fact that you all like what I do. I mean, I'm very honored that you guys like what I do, this Vocal Vision. And I hope that I'll be able to give it to you in many different forms as the years go by.
Well, everybody does enjoy it because it's so individual, it's so unusual, and also it's also so amusing. I guess you're the sort of guy that because of that talent that you've got, wherever you go, people are asking you to work, aren't they?
Well, yeah. I even had a police officer pull me over and was even like, "If you're doing noise, I won't write you a ticket, at least for not as bad, okay?"
So what did you do for him?
Okay. Huh?
What did you do for him?
Well, what did I do for him? He gave me his police radio, and I waited for his dispatcher. I got the name of his dispatcher, and I said, 3914, number 6. "Oh, baby, I gotta have you."
Oh, dear me.
Hey, I didn't get a ticket. I mean, the next best thing, I was going to use 2 excuses. I wasn't going to say either that, or I was going to say, "Oh, I just got back from West Germany, and I'm so used to going this fast on the Autobahn that I just forgot."
That's wonderful. You have a family, Michael?
Who, me? Yeah, I have a family. Actually, they have me. It's very interesting. I'm trying my best to get the kids not to do noises because they do better than I do.
How old are they?
Well, I got a 3-year-old and a 7-month-old. And the strange thing is, a 7-month-old does B-52s better than I can. That's becoming a problem.
What were the first fun noises you did for your kids as they were babies and growing into toddlers?
Well, the first funny noise for kids?
Yeah.
I believe the first funny noise for kids is something in the neighborhood of, "Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, Daddy loves that. Thanks. Thank you very much. Daddy loved that." "Oh, yes, that's even better. Oh, split peas."
Michael, I suppose if you wanted to, you could drive someone crazy just by picking up a telephone, couldn't you?
I try not to do that anymore because if I do that, I get in trouble because people think I'm making obscene phone calls, and I'm really not. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. I'm here in the studio, and the guys in the studio are playing games.
They're good games, I can tell you that. I've been told that you're a great fan of music of the 60s, and this is quite coincidental, but at the start of my show today, I was talking about a man called Crash Craddock. Do you remember Crash Craddock?
Yeah. What were you doing with Crash Craddock?
Well, I promise you I was doing nothing with Crash Craddock. We're just trying to find out whether he was still living or not.
We'll soon see about that.
Yeah, well, a lot of the 60s stuff affected me very much so.
In what way?
Well, you got to understand, I did a lot of reading when I was a kid, so I read a lot about all the people that were in the news. You know, I tried to get as much information as I could about Jimi Hendrix. I wanted to know as much as I could about Cream, and I wanted to know as much as I could about Eric Clapton and the Temptations. So I found myself reading more than I could see on television because at the time they were considered outcasts. You know, the Morrison and the Doors and everything was such outcasts that I couldn't get enough written material to make me happy. So I would have to like scan the airwaves or the newspapers and most of my information comes from reading and from what you listen to, which is why I came up with Vocal Vision. You listen, and those things affect you, because everyone can do certain voices and things because of the way that they affect us.
What's the very first memory you've got of hearing something and then doing it yourself and broadening it?
That's a difficult question because that would have been the first time I did. Well, I got to explain this properly. Well, I got my first stereo when I was a little kid, right? My first record player stereo, and my father said, "Oh, great, the kid needs a record. Let me go to the record store. Oh, what the hell? Oh, okay, this record." He just grabbed a record off the rack. He didn't know what it was he grabbed. It was a Jimi Hendrix record, okay? Poor Dad. He's been in the Air Force all those years, and he comes home and his son's going, "What's happening, Daddy?" He regretted buying that Hendrix record, but I don't think he regrets it anymore. Somehow it was the tenacity of his music, I think. It just affected me. Listening to a Jimi Hendrix record affected me in terms of sound when you hear that sound, that very, very rough but subtle sound. It's the same way the Beatles, how they discussed how one note makes a song, how one note can become an entire song as opposed to having a bunch of notes. Jimmy understood that too. The note is the thing. And that's the thing I learned with the sound.
What, one note?
Yes. You'd be surprised what a note could do.
Give us an example, Michael.
Okay, the square wave sound. For those of you musicians out there, you Frank Zappa fanatics and you musicians out there, you know about the square waves and sine waves. You know how you can take one sound and go, you know how you can turn that into something that goes, and that becomes a police siren, or that becomes a lot of different things which can be taken and sampled. So that means you can go, you know, so you see, that's what the album is.
That's wonderful. Michael, we'd like a report from you. What's happening movie-wise in the States?
Movie-wise in the States, there's a lot of changes coming up. A lot of things are changing. For instance, there are new players in the Hollywood game. Okay, you know that game called Be Successful in Hollywood? Well, there are new players. The Japanese are here, the Italians are here, the Australians are here. You all are up here, you know, with your Quintex and the MGM thing. So I see a lot of new players in the game, and I think you're going to see a lot more diversified product. You're going to see a lot more people who are from diverse backgrounds that you normally wouldn't have seen. Lately, you're going to see a lot more diversification in terms of the quality of product because there are two more cable companies are starting new channels here. See, along with the growth and the new players are coming new product and new opportunities because there's going to be at least 2 different comedy channels starting here, a minimum of 2 comedy channels starting here in this country. So that I think there's going to be a big need for more product and people. So you're going to see a lot more musicians from Australia. You're going to see a lot more people from England. You're going to see a lot more people from Italy. You're going to see a lot of people coming in here, and as a result, we're going to get a lot more diverse product and better product because of it.
And different sounds?
Vocal Vision will take on many forms. It'll become cartoons because Break Dog will be coming back as a cartoon character. You remember the song I did last time on my last Australian concert tour? I had a dog that break dances, Break Dog.
Yes, indeed.
You remember? Remember Break Dog? Yeah. Well, he'll be a cartoon. Well, he'll be a cartoon character. He's going to be a cartoon character as well as one of the songs on the album, because I took a marketing class since I last saw you, so now I understand how Marco Winslow is supposed to be properly marketed, you know? So
Well,
I'll be able to reach everybody sooner or later. I'll reach you all. It's just going to take me a little time, and I hope I get a chance to come back out on tour out there beginning of next year.
we'd love to see you out here, Michael. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
Michael Winslow in Hollywood.
Show and everything, man.
Sorry, I missed that, Michael.
I want to say congratulations on your show and everything. I hope everything's working out good for you.
I appreciate
it seems like
that.
the people.
I appreciate
Hey,
that.
let me ask the audience. You all like Bert?
There you
right.
go. Thank you, Michael. And talk to you soon, eh?
Bye.
Michael Winslow.
All right, Bert.
He's a very funny guy. Lovely talent, such an unusual talent too.